Hello, good evening, SC viewers. This is South Liberia. Ben, let us look at another development because the other time we were made to understand that one Enugu man, I'm talking about IIyasu, Usman Tochukwu, was given the chief Imam of Abuja Central Mosque. In a surprising development, another Enugu man have joined in that cadre. This time around, Haram Muhammadu EZE from Enugu State is another Imam of Abuja Central Mosque. And we have 5 imams of that mosque. One is from Osun State, one is from Plateau State, the other one is from another part of the country. But surprisingly, 2 is from Enugu State. You look at it, the Igbos are ready to embrace Islam with full chest.
Good morning, my viewers. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are watching us from. I remember my humble self, Evangelist Benjamin Johnson is Nachi, the Biafran evangelist. Hear me and hear me clearly. I only stand on nothing but the truth. Hello, Mr. President. I want to tell you all these things you are doing cannot.
It's not about the president. It's not the president. It's the Abuja Central Mosque.
Excuse me, the Abuja Central Mosque. You are giving an Igbo man imam, chief imam. Has it been in the record of this country or in the blood? By birth, have you ever seen Igbo man being a Muslim?
And Igbos are accepting it.
They are accepting this. They are running. They don't say they are accepting it. Say they are running business.
What do you mean by business?
Listen and listen good. You know, as a businessman, you check. There is what we call in business that we call it in terms of production. You produce based on the population or the public demand. So currently now, the demand of the people by the people, and for them people to make money is to join Islam. You understand me? So those Igbo people, and thank God, look at the part they come from, Enugu, they are always like that. You understand me? From Enugu, they are running their business. And because they really want to run a good business in the country and in diaspora, they need to follow the process, what they call the moving train.
But you cannot take away that the Usman Tochukwu, who is your brother from Enugu, and Muhammad EZE from Enugu, who is equally your brother. You cannot take away the fact that they are Muslims.
Listen and listen good. They claim to be Muslim because they want to partner, because they are running their business with the Islams, and they want their business to be successful. Remember the present government that is running now, Islam system of government. So they themselves want to sell their product, so they have to accept Islam for them to sell their product. And probably secondly, there's another thing I've come to realize. Every Igbo man these days is playing a game. If it is Islam, for my business to grow, for my business not to be tampered, for EFCC not to come after me, let us embrace. Is it not Muslim?
But this one you're saying is beyond it, because these 2 people were given this position after due consultation, after appraisal. Of course, the committee in charge of that post did a holistic appraisal.
Listen to me, my brother. We are talking about, we know ourselves. You cannot tell me about my brother. I don't know if you are hearing me. You cannot tell me about my brother. I know my brother more than you do. Okay? I have told you as it's going, and that is why you see them going like that. Because if Biafra finally stand, you will not see mosque, not to talk of seeing an Igbo man being an Israel. If you want to run that, you will not be in the east.
Even in Israel, there is mosque. So what we are saying is, these 2 people that were given this position were found worthy after so much appraisal of their profile, of their performance, of their standing in the Islam. Of course, they were not just given on, they were given on merit.
On merit of who?
Of their
Islam,
standing in Islam.
Of the standing Islam. On merit, on their own aspect of Islam. But you know, our own God, the Bible said our God is a God that searches the heart, and he works by heart. Did I search the heart of those 2 guys to know if they're actually from their heart?
Why do they not appoint you?
Excuse me. Why? Let me tell you, you see why God is supreme. You see why God is supreme? Because before God will actually pick you and lay hand on you or trust you, he knows that there is something he will bring out in you. It searches your heart. That is why he choose the unchoosable.
Yeah, why more of your people embracing Islam this time around?
I have told you that what I said is what you refuse to admit. They are running a business and they want their business and they don't want a disturbance. They need peace of themselves, of their own. So they need their free movement in the country. So that even in that note, to remember one of the northern elder have already said it, that IGBOS, if they want to rule Nigeria, they must do what? Accept Islam. Am I right? Am I lying? He said that you accept Islam if they want to rule Nigeria. Just the same way Yorubas have accepted Islam. So probably these are the set of the people, the imam, who want to be part of the Islam because they see it as the moving train to rule Nigeria. Don't be surprised by tomorrow now that will come up now in the name they want to contest for something. In Aso Rock. Already.
Are you worried about the perception this is
Excuse me. I want to ask you, Mr. Moderator, have you ever seen Igbo man in Igbo land answering Isiako? Ishako. You don't ever see that one? Or see Igbo man, the father gave birth to him in Igbo land and call him Musa, or call him Muhammad, or call him Danjuma, or be what Danjuma. All these things you see them see. Where there is a saying that when you are there is a way they put it. You say you have to play like them. When you are in Rome, God bless you, sir. If you are in Rome, you behave like Romans, and if you cannot beat them, you do what? You join them.
That's not the case of Totu Usman and Muhammad
EZE. Are you getting it? And they vividly know the area, the particular place where they will go and pick the people that will join them to do that.
It's not about the place, it's Igbo people. But the question is, are you worried about the perception this is creating in this site?
Worried of what? This?
The perception.
They are playing.
No, the perception is creating in the minds of the Igbos.
Who are creating?
What is happening, this development?
They are not creating anything. Because even those...
I mean the thinking of Igbos with regard to this development.
That is what I'm telling you now. They themselves that they are giving that knows from their heart that they are playing game. They want to secure themselves. They want to secure their business. They want to secure their future vision. That is the game they are playing. In their blood, in their heart, they knows that they are not Islam. They are not Muhammad or Imam. Excuse me, let me tell you this. We have culture. In our culture, I want you to follow them up. Please, sir, moderator, follow these two people up. Ikechuku, you call them, or on the EZE. Follow them up when they travel to their village, whether they will go and introduce Islam in their culture. Are you hearing me? Follow them. If they are going to practice Islam in their culture, if they are not going to drop that Islam and follow their culture in their father's land.
Maybe we'll look for time to go and do investigative journalism.
Make sure.
To follow them to
their follow them
villages. But beyond that, before we do that, what is in the public domain is that currently both of them are Imam of the Abuja Central Mosque.
They are Imam in Abuja running their business. They don't want anything to happen to their business. And they need their free movement. Anywhere they step their foot in Nigeria, are you getting it? They need their free movement. They don't want obstacle. And they don't want EFCC coming after them in one thing or the other. That is why I bring this suggestion. Follow them up down to their village if they are going to introduce that Islam in their culture.
Thank you very much for your time. God bless you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But the other time we were talking about an Enugu man that emerged Chief Imam of Abuja Central Mosque. But this time around, we are seeing another Enugu person emerging, another Imam of the same Abuja Central Mosque. Of course, on the 10th of December this year, they unveiled 5 Imams of that mosque. And the second one is Harun Muhammad EZE from Enugu State. It looks as if the Igbos want to embrace Islam with full chest.
I don't think that assertion or perception or sentiment you are sharing currently now is correct. Of course, I have visited Enugu State. I've visited most of the eastern part of the country. You know, I don't think there's any state I've not visited. And I can tell you in honest truth that I have never seen an Igbo man a Muslim. Most from the little findings I was able to do regarding that, most of them have it at the back of their mind that it is purely a business interest.
When you mean a business interest, we are talking about a tactical committee of the mosque meeting, doing appraisal, evaluation, and find them worthy based on their credentials as Muslims to appoint them in that capacity.
Let me tell you, people have interest in several things. That does not mean they are Islam. And based on their interest and career, which they decided on their own personally to champion, some of them go to read Arabics, which is allowed. Anybody can go and read French. Anybody can go and read English. Anybody can go and read whatever you feel that is his own interest. And that is on that basis of studying Arabic, engaging in Arabic studies. Based on that, they were able to, appoint whoever they appointed in Abuja Mosque based on that record. It cannot be established in the eastern part of the country that Igbos are Muslims. I've never seen it. But that does not mean that people should not pick an interest in any career. A lot of people are already saying, these people know actually what they want, and they are ready to sacrifice for it to be able to get more information about what is happening, because there's a game that's being played out there, especially what we are seeing recently, the struggle to make sure that all the regions in Nigeria embrace Ruga, all the regions in Nigeria embrace the concept of Islamization, of Fulanization, whatever you call it, which has been drastically rejected in the entire eastern Nigeria. But when you see people mentioning that certain people has joined or is being appointed at that level of committee to foresee a conduct of Sharia or Islamic religion in such places, well, how did they come to that point? That's why I'm saying that most of them would have studied. But if you look at those people, the 2 Enugu people that was appointed there, if you look at them very well, right from the beginning, they have already set it aside to study Arabic. So based on that study and practice, not that they are traditionally Muslims, no.
So we understand that the Nigerian constitution guarantees freedom of worship, religion. Could that be what they are relying on to sign on to or to become Muslims?
Of course, but basically from what I read when they granted them interview, and the guy was basically saying that he chose Arabic studies. He chose to study Arabics, and based on that, as an interest, that he, after graduating in Arabic study, he decided to practice it. That does not mean that he is not what he is religious wise. So when you are looking at it, that his own does not have a background. It is based on career, and because of that, based on that career, he was able to attain certain level within the Islamic religion, and that was why some of them were appointed in that regard. I have never seen Igbo community, or it is quite insignificant in Igbo, and any plan, whatever plan, to use these elements to introduce Islam will not sell at all. We don't know all throughout, because anything that has to do with Islamic, the world is looking at it from different angles. A lot of people are looking at it from different perspectives. A lot of people are not comfortable because of the way they are not able to separate religion from politics. So it can be an indictment on the side, or the appointment was meant to achieve a certain aim, or possibly to mock the Igbo communities. That after all, we have somebody there who is a Muslim in Abuja. You know, those kind of settlements they want to create. Maybe from there the man begins to have followers or thereabouts. But I can tell you, it is something that is already dead on arrival. All through the years I have moved around, I have never seen any Igbo community or kindred advocating. There can be traditional paganists, but majority of them are Christians. There's no space for Islam in the eastern part of the country. I've never seen it. You know, whatever it is the case, whether it is politically motivated, it ends there in Abuja.
How does the perception is creating? Are you worried about that perception?
No, that's what I'm saying. And the perception is a career perception. Anybody can, of course, it's going to be of advantage, because I can tell you that people are devoting their time, you know, just the way anybody can go and study any subject of his interest.
Beyond perception, can you argue the fact that these Igbo men are not Muslim?
I can tell you categorically and traditionally, culturally and otherwise, they are not Muslims. They are driven. The appointment